Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is BMT. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I was had a I was just I had a lot I was thinking about. I had a lot that I was thinking about and going over, and it was over a topic where as to I was watching men talking about that of I guess the game. Something I swear. Um, a lot of people like playing games, and through that, I was listening to or watching these dudes drool and eye gawk over a woman, and it was interesting. It was interesting as they, went the way they do. I like to have fun and just play around, but it amazes me that of what can easily throw. And if you need to get anything out of a man, send a woman. It don't have to be the bad woman. It just has to be a loose woman. That's strategy 101. The best assassins in the world. Um, forgetting, finding out secrets is you send a woman. You send a woman. And as I would watch this unfold, I noticed, I noticed a lot. I've noticed a lot of stuff, and the women were saying, "Well, men don't want quality women, and they don't want to do better, and this and that, and blah 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 blah." And I was like, okay, I could tell you that easily. Why? Because it's bargain value vagina. For the longest point, men have always been going after dollar value vagina. Like you'll hear a lot of women get online and say my snatch or my box is this or this X, Y, and Z. And there's been a lot of women that have come on and have said that. And then you ask them about their phase. What's going on, Snowman, in the morning? Good morning, sir. Shout out to you. I just started checking out your channel through Charles. So good morning, sir. Good morning. Um, but we've been seeing in a lot of men they're getting results by laying down with you know dollar value vagina, and they're quite pleased with so long as they get a quick nut. Now me, I'm never going to tell you what I'm never going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to tell you the reality of what is going on. And see, you're gonna always have someone always under bed. What's going on, Al? You're gonna always have somebody um, under bed for that type of market value vagina. It's just always been a thing. Y'all could call them prostitutes, hoes, whatever y'all want to call them, but they've always been out there making that bread. They've always been out there out and about being loose. This something that I've seen since since I was a youngin. Even when I was coming up, you know what I'm saying. Nobody would ever bang the fat girl. That's a lie. I've known and seen plenty of men sleep and bang with the fat girl, the low self esteem girl, the woman that literally she it always amazes me when women now are trying to tell other women that they should put a value on, hey, put yourself of worth, you are somebody, or X, Y, and Z. Good luck. good luck. It depends on that of her home training. If her home training ain't strong enough, she going to start underbidding herself. She's going to underbid herself. If you can haggle down the price, you're going to haggle down the price. Is and it happens more often than it is. Um, that's why I always try to look at it where they were like, well, the men don't want to get married. Why get married? Why get married when I know I can get it for free? That's why I find it always funny when people get online and say and start talking about all the virtues and X, Y, and symbolisms and morality. Like those days are done. Y'all listen. Y'all listen. You don't have the power to shame. None of y'all do. None of y'all have the power to shame. None of y'all have the power to control that of free choice and enterprise. Now, I don't want y'all to mistaken that. Oh, well, so BMT. Listen. Run that moralic. Give it to Jesus fade with somebody else. I'm only telling you that is of what is before me. I'm only telling you that is what is in front of me. And I know people gonna say, well, other cultures. I mean, other cultures been dealing with this for a while. So you're not so much saying anything that we don't already know. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, man. Rock out. Like y'all, see, the thing about it is, when I was going to church, when I was going to church, we never bought the store brand hot dogs. Uh-uh. We always bought the generic one. You know, the one that turned the water red. When I was coming up, we never holistically would buy the juice. You know, the one that had the name on it and stuff, or the cereal. You remember King Vitamin cereal? I think that cereal was cardboard. We were buying the generic stuff. You ain't buy Coca-Cola. You ain't buy Pepsi. You buy cola. You didn't buy Coke. You bought Pib. Now some of y'all probably got the store brand, but if you knew that you can get a deal on it, you would have got it. And see, that was the thing. That was the thing about it. A lot of people are play. They play the international fade. They play the international fade that they want to say that everybody is going for that of a value. But then when we start pulling up the resumes, it's not that. It's not that even in the least. Now I don't want people saying, well, hold up, BMT. Only God can judge me. You can't judge me you a man. You have sin. I'm only judging that of the climate of the environment. I'm only judging that of the outcomes of what I'm seeing of how people are. You know, I'm just saying, like, hey, it is for what it is, man. You always were going to be judged by your peers, and I'm just being honest, and I'm just being honest, and I'm not naive. Because hell yeah, I took the low road. I don't care what y'all say. I took the low road. It is what it is. If a man knows he can get it for less value, less resistance, a man is going to do that. Stop that. Listen, y'all want to hear that knight in shining armor bullshit. Y'all want to hear the long. You see, people are afraid of being judged. But if a man know he can get it with least resistance, least pushback, he gonna do it. Now I understand the women and a lot of the women in our community. I I'm gonna be honest. They like Klingons. They like battle. It's like Battle Galactica here. Like everybody is doggone in some kind of um rage of fighting and stuff. Now, not everybody's like that. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say all the women. I don't. I gotta say all the women. That's like saying all the men. There is a grain. See, I don't. But y'all gotta understand. This YouTube is only a microcosm. Y'all don't represent. You really don't represent that. You represent that of a fictitious reality, not actually reality. You don't. So you. So the stuff that we talk about here is only a mirrored reflection of what. That's why I said my opinion. And in my opinion, from what I've seen, if a man can get an easy lick, a free lick, he gonna get that lick. He gonna just do that. Why? Like this is why you seeing. This is why you're hearing what you're saying. Like I don't get. That's what I said. Like you're hearing now. You're hearing it where a lot of dudes they're choosing. Um, for the most part, black men will choose a black woman. I'm gonna tell you why. Because they think that hey, society wise, I will get what is closest within my proximity that looks like me and represents me. Then the equation started to change a little bit more when it was like, okay, the women don't see me for what I want to be seen as, or I'm not getting the market I don't want to get taken up as. So, hey, you'll probably bump into something that's different. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not the type of person to tell y'all who and what to love. Not my place. Not my place. But I'm not gonna go run around saying love is love and shit. That's not me. I don't have no. I have no. I don't know that. I don't know that life. I don't. I don't. That's not me. But what I will tell you is I don't. I think right now people just want something that's comparable to their benefit of their survival. This is why the black. This is why I won't say the black. I just say men are right now in the state that they are right now. Men are in the state that they are in right now. Right now, they just want to exist and have something, and it's not easy. I could get that. That's fine. You know, women right now they're looking for whatever. I'm never gonna tell a woman to sit there and wait for a black man to come by and sit on her hands. Just like I ain't gonna tell no black. I'll never shame a black man. Um, I would never shame a black man who, um, there's a lot of pressure on black men from when I was coming up to find a good black girl. I won't play the colorism card, but there was a lot of pressure on black men on finding a woman that was of a certain virtue or like, hey, like I listen, bro. I knew better not to bring no damn white girl to my mama's house. Not saying that, and mind you, we do have some we do have some people in our family that are non-black. I'm not gonna hold y'all, lie to y'all about that. We do have some family members who are non-black. I was a little nervous on that shit because I was like, damn, I don't know, man. Like, you know, how to take to that. I don't know what the hell. What would I say? How I react to that of bringing, like, y'all gotta understand, being in an interracial relationship, like, don't believe that hype that people be saying online. Don't believe that bullshit. Interracial couples get looked at. They're still a very minute minority. They're not big. They're there. They are here. But you have to have a certain resolve in your heart because you know people are going to look at you. You know people are going to look at you when you come to the family reunions, when you come to the meetups, versus that of, damn, should I just took what I could get and be thankful for it? Should I have been thankful that I got whatever I can get? Or should I go for a quality version that best fits me? And that was a thing that a lot of time, a lot of men and women had to figure out, but mainly for a lot of men. Let me stay to the men. A lot of men have to decide, do I take the bargain value or do I go for a quality brand? Now, if I go for a quality brand, I may have to put in some work. And that's a lot of weight on a lot of men to know that you're going to have to put in some work. Out now, a lot of men, I don't think mentally are aware of that. Now, here's the interesting thing. Now, let me show you a cheat. Let me show you a cheat that some men do. They will get with a woman of a different race, but it still be the same archetype of what they hate. But they say, well, she's not like that. She's better because she's not of that same type of archetype. She's different. She's not ratchet, but she is ratchet. She's not as bad as the others. Yes, she is. Look at her behaviors. I remember a long time ago, me and O'Shea talked about this. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Me and O'Shea talked about this where we were talking about guys who date out. But were you dating better? I have a problem. Listen, if my son would have come home with a woman of a different race, it wouldn't bother me. I'm like, are you happy? She happy? How does she act? How does she portray herself? Now, I'm gonna let him know that's something you got to live with, bro. I I don't know. Maybe I need to talk to some brothers who date out. I need to go talk to some black men who date out, man. I need to go talk to some black men who date out and ask them, like, what is it like? What's the climate like for dating out? What is that honestly like? You know, I'm gonna go email a few brothers who date out and just ask what is the precipitation? And I ain't talking about like no bullshit where you found somebody who looks black and that's cheating. I'm gonna ask some brothers who like really date out, like, and we're gonna have to just sit down. We'll have an email conversation on that shit because that's something I might have to just start looking at respectfully. But a lot of men are now caught up in the fictitious market of better to get a hoe. A lot of men, if they can help it, they don't mind trying to get a woman a stable, but they would rather get a bargain value vagina or coochie to fuck on. And it's been like that for years, for as long as I know it. And it will be like that forever. It will always be like that. Now, women could be like, well, those women don't have no class, but now you have it where the women that want to try to have a class literally are finding themselves to say, you know what? Shit, maybe I might have to pull that card. It's getting harder and harder for women to want to be the good girl. The same value, and this is what's dumb. The system for man is not the same system for women. The system for man is not the same system for women. Men saying that, well, I stayed a virgin to marriage. Mofo, nobody give a shit about that shit. Hearing that damn Prince Charming story. Just like I mean, it's a lot different for a woman. I'm sorry, like a woman saying like she got like 20 or 30 bodies under her. I mean, I don't make a big thing of body count because now we're in this day and age where the body count shit uh is shit. Good luck. But you're not about to tell me you went to Freaknik and made a video and think, God damn it, I'm paying full market. Y'all out of y'all fucking mind. See, and that's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. You'll have it where somebody would, and that's the thing that blows my mind. You'll have I've sat and listened to these goddamn Holtron stories. Yeah, I was out there fucking and sucking, and I took it in my ass. And what? You gonna still treat me like a queen? Like, bitch, what? What? Okay, nigga, and you work at Lowe's. That don't mean shit. That don't listen. You can't shame me about what listen, and that's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. This is why they say the weight of the rupees and the woman. When it starts becoming that of well, depending on what you make or what you do, that's what you should be able to afford. Stop it. And I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. I've been that guy who worked at Waffle House. Was told I wasn't good enough for certain particular class of women. But I'm like, wait a second. But you're on a rotation. I know I know 3 out of 4 of the guys that I know have dated you. 2 of those guys, one guy don't got no job, and the other guy literally lives up under his mom and dad. But you're telling me the 9 to 5 guy who works at Waffle House, I'm not good enough for you? Yeah, and what do I look like being with somebody who smell like hash browns? I'm like, okay, okay. And I said, well, what do I look like being with a girl who be goddamn getting her butthole blown out? She trying to save her virginity, but you be taking it in your ass. I would look like Boo Boo the fool that we be walking in front of your exes and they looking at you and smiling at you. And I'm like, oh, this is awkward. Well, you're gonna have to just get over that. Oh, fuck no. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not getting with the girl that been with the whole football team. No, 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 no. We will not play them games. I've been there. Listen, bro. I've been there. I dealt with that of the women who were of the streets. I've been on struggle coochie bargain bin diet. Oh, you fucked up? I'm fucked up. Cool. Let's make it work. Ain't been none of that love shit. I don't know why y'all keep trying to preach that love poetic justice shit. That's what I say. I be listening, yeah, talking about that domination, submission, and all that crazy ass shit that y'all be saying. Listen, y'all don't believe in that bullshit. Stop it. This ain't no coming to America. We are in America. Shout out to Mama Max. Everybody have a choice. Hell, I remember one of the freakiest girls I ever met. I met her at the goddamn welfare office. Now I know y'all say, "What a welfare office?" Well, technically, because you would go there. Like they also had it where they had the clinic where if you want to go there for doctor visits, you go there for all the stuff. Brothers, if you want to, you can go there, go get condoms. If you're cheap, you don't want to go to the goddamn dollar store, the gas station, go to the welfare office. They got free condoms there. You can go get a whole handful of condoms, put them in your pocket, boom. What's going on, Doug? Yeah, we gotta be honest with them, Doug. I know plenty. Listen, y'all can stop that. Y'all can stop that bullshit. I want a man with six figures. Get the hell out of here. Majority of y'all dudes that y'all be fucking on and dealing with, they're not six-figure men. Tell them YouTube stories somewhere else. That's a small percentage of men running around with six figures. That's why I mean all these goddamn the sim stories that y'all motherfucker be telling, they be wild. Maybe if you would say, hey, I drive truck, and truck drivers don't make that much like y'all be saying they do. Listen, you're not running cap on me. Truck drivers don't make that much. If they are, they stay in their ass majority of the time on the road. I'm dating a doctor. Newsflash, motherfucker. Ain't that many black doctors, lawyers. How y'all gonna say that shit and ain't that many of us? That's why y'all make a big stink about it when y'all see a black representation. But you know they ain't that many. Maybe you say, I date a forklift driver. I can believe that. I date a guy who does carpentry. I can believe that. I date a guy who works at a call center. I can believe that. I date a guy who's a cook. I can believe that. But when y'all start saying some weird Final Fantasy characters and shit, that's when I'd be like, okay, this Negro is in a fucking video game. And you know how we can spell the cap? Because your daughters and your children show exactly of how y'all maneuver. See, this is why I love it. I love it when people say a lot of shit. Then when you start looking at how their kids are or how they're maneuvering, then you're like, it's crazy. Hmm. What's going on? What's going on, God Narcosi? That's one of the very few hard work. That's one of the very few. I knew what it was like to date. I dated a girl. She was in and out of foster care. That she when she got out, she was emancipated. Uh, After that, she got a housing voucher for an apartment. Me and her was shacking up. I was staying with my mama, and we were just kicking it, fooling around. Now, yeah, could I have gotten a church girl? Could I have gotten a girl who was trying to be about her purpose? Yeah, I could have done that. No, no, you right about that. No, you fine about that. You fine about that guy now, cause you said I was dating a cop. I left him when he tried to get me and my boys to move out of state so soon. Something didn't sit right. Move on your gut instinct. There was listen. There were plenty of times I, as a man, had something good, but I wanted the cheap. I wanted the cheap poom poom for free because I was like, "Fuck this! I can't keep up with this. I can't live by this standard. I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm tired of being an honorable man. I'm tired of being a just man. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about this. This is my life. My life. My life. Fuck how y'all feel. I'm telling y'all about my life. And I'm being honest how a lot of men How see the thing about it, a lot of men, y'all can't be ashamed to actually talk about this because there are other men who are trying to still find their guiding way. So telling other men this right here, it makes it a lot more easy for us so that way we can understand, hey, this is what is going on. When I was a young man, I did foolish things. When I start understanding that, you know what? Living on a Trano, sleeping on a pallet. I'm not sure. See, this is um you know what I'm saying? A pallet. I'm not sure. See, some people don't know what a pallet is. For those of y'all who don't understand what a pallet is, those in the crowd, y'all should know what a pallet is. That's where we just take a bunch of blankets and pillows and throw it on the ground, and we just make a bed on the floor. See, that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, you can have some good sex on a pallet. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. It's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Probably missionary doggy style, side to side. A lot of babies were probably born off of pallet sex, born to air mattress. I would actually prefer you to do pallet sex than air mattress sex because you're just gonna blow out the air mattress. Air mattresses are not made to be fucked on. Pallets, that's strugglation. You probably find your best moves or your best positions on a pallet. I mean, you can go to a bed, but how many beds have been broken? I ain't never heard somebody break a pallet. How do you break the floor? You ain't that damn impossible. You know what I'm saying? So I was there. I was there on pallet mode. You know what I'm saying? We right there. She working at McDonald's at the drive through. I'm out there. I'm out there collecting aluminum. Life was golden. We were great. Eating ramen noodle, smoking weed, having a good time. Listen, I ain't got time for all that goddamn shit y'all be saying on YouTube. Y'all be trying to sound like y'all all goddamn walking pristine and shit. No, I was in reality. What's up, Aries? I was in reality. This is why when y'all hear people say, yeah, the women are out there doing X, Y, and Z. Well, where the fuck were you at? Because I know where I was at as a man. I know exactly where I was at. I was out there doing living the best me I could live. That's why a lot of these guys running around when men start running around trying to make something they got a squeaky clean record. I question that man. I question that man. See, everybody want to walk in that take me to the King Jesus lifestyle. No, 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 no. We were down for the shits. The 90s babies, listen, we were riding around listening to Chocolate Factory, Ludacris, all the freakies. Listen, the 90s had all the freaky fucked up fucking songs. I don't know. Listen, bro. Y'all, listen, bro. A lot of babies. Listen, the 90s had the best R&B. 90s, early 2000s. That was all the R&B fucking songs. And you had gangster thug rap. Lil Wayne was popping. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z and all of them. Bad Boys for Life. You can't say Bad Boys and not do that for Diddy. You could do that. But listen, it was almost written down. Now, if unless you were just sitting around not doing anything, I'm gonna be honest. I think the internet fucked it up. Let me just say that right now. I think the internet fucked it up for a lot of people. Can we type one if you agree? No, type one. Do y'all think we were better off without the internet? One for yes, two for no. Me, I'm gonna be honest. I hate the internet. I don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like playing video games online. I like YouTube. Oh my god, how many babies made the pony? Shit. Shout out to Genuine. God damn. I just know when I get old, my children just find me. I'm somewhere. I'm somewhere out there. I'm some. Find your daddy. Find your daddy. Just find me. All my children just find me. Y'all put one. Do y'all think I think the internet was the worst thing ever. Now some people are like, hell no, the internet was the best thing that ever happened. Fuck you. Y'all whack. I think the internet made men weak. Women just got more goddamn loose. I'm gonna just say it like I see it. Men just got more men were more weak. Men got more weak. So men got more weak and women got more and women just got more loose. You know, and see the thing about it was, see, you had to be on your A game out there. You had to be on your A game out there in the world. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? You girls, y'all had to go out there, sandal up, or put on some nice K Swiss or Chucks. Put on y'all little baby fat pants or jeans. You know, if you want to go to Goodwill, you can get some good clothes at Goodwill or the TJ Maxx. Shout out to TJ Maxx and Ross. You know them girls, they like going to get them bargain sales. Now for brothers, now we all know. Now listen, if you didn't have that bread, I know I was one of them. I didn't have that money like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless my mama felt like taking me out there to go get Fat Boy or something like that. I wasn't a fat kid, but that was a store. Um, you would possibly, if you didn't have money like that, shut up, hard work. Hey, if you listen, go get you. If you couldn't get yourself no Nikes back in the day, Nikes, those weren't the brand. It was Reeboks, Chucks, K Swiss. Before internet, men had to go talk to women. Now men are on the internet complaining. Excuse me, like it exactly like it. I'm just saying, man. Like, listen, if you knew, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's now a doggone bargain bin sale. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all talking about, oh, meet me at the altar. Get that shit out of here. No, nobody's doing that shit. I mean, people, there honestly is no point. I know people talk about it, but I'm saying, could you tell me the pluses to that shit? Y'all be doing online YouTube booty call marriages and shit. Y'all be looking like boo boo the fools. I'd be like, what the fuck? No, no, nay. I know some people gonna try to sell the shit, but I just showed y'all what happened to the girl on Snapchat who just got chopped up. The internet has made us more isolated. People don't know how to effectively communicate one on one. They don't. I don't. Listen. If you dealing with somebody and they can't, try this challenge. Go out to eat and see if they can go through a whole meal without talking on their phone or touching their phone. See if you can deal with somebody who can effectively go without always being on their phone. If they can't do it, you got a bigger problem going on. I'm just being honest. If you're dealing with somebody who can't go without their phone, that might not be the person you might want to deal with. And see, that's the thing about it was I I loved it I loved it for the fact that we lived that I was living in the moment. I got to live in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all calling like, I mean, I guess they want to call social media started calling like, if a girl was bigger than the other girls, it was what it was. No, I mean nobody really made that big of a big fucking fuss. So long as you was getting some cheeks, that's all that matters. That wasn't so much taken as a loss or a strike against you. But then that's also the same sense you have it where the small petite little girls. You know what I'm saying? I mean that was cool. I'm gonna be honest. I like a voluptuous woman. I'm a big guy. I like a voluptuous woman. Y'all can say, well, she's fat. I don't give a flying fuck. Pussy's still pussy and it works just as fine. Now I ain't got nothing against no small little things. I ain't got nothing against them. They get love too. I don't got no smoke against them. I just know me. I just know me. Like, do what you do do what you do with yours. Now, the cardinal sin that I never understood that people are doing, right? The cardinal sin I see people are doing is they're trying to monetize who does what and who does what with who. I never liked that. I never liked that because then I always start looking at then who is you? Like, like who are you to make that kind of stay about somebody and who they laying with? And this is the problem. Like we for long as I know since the 90s and 80s, it was that time where what I'm saying you just did it. A lot of men say that they wanted that of a value. Like I'm hearing all this talk about family, but I'm like, nigga, were you thinking about that when you was on baby one, two? You looking at baby three. Now you talking about, hey, people, niggas just wanted fuckable goddamn pussy that they know that they had access to. They didn't start giving a fuck until the broad start talking about leaving. That's when niggas are like, oh shit, my goddamn accessible pussy, pocket pussy, is talking about leaving me. Yeah, nigga. The fuck you thought was gonna happen? That shit popped off a lot. See, that's why I always look at that as the contention of where the talking points are coming from. You can't say something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there was some listen, a lot of girls dreamed about going down the aisle. Back in the day, they dreamed about that shit. It was a thing. Now, for a lot of fellas, and I'm gonna be honest, I never really heard men say, "I one day dream to go get married." I just never heard men say that. Maybe y'all were somewhere in a different room that I didn't know about, but I never really heard men say, "I dream to get married." Now, where the fuck y'all at? I don't know, but that was more something that young women were like, one day I'm gonna get married and yeah 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 yeah, and then they'll start talking about the boy that they want to marry. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell the girl like, girl, you stupid. Like, you know, no, I'm not. And the girl, the person that was picking at you, that was naturally the person that the girl actually did like. But then, like I said, we had a downward spiral that if they felt that, hey, a few days start going by, a few weeks. After a while, you start understanding that, hey, I mean, damn, this shit ain't what I thought it was gonna be. Maybe your parents, or if you did have both parents, I mean, like, be honest, I don't know why y'all keep talking about like we had like 2-parent household. I'm like, what era was there for 2-parent household? But that was, if you had one parent, that was good. 2 parents, you were doing something. 2 parents, I mean, no better yet, I mean, because a lot of people were raised by their grandparents. I'm just saying, a lot of people were raised by their grandparents, their aunties. I can name quite a few children that grew up raised by not their mom. I mean, they knew where their daddy was at. Boys were trying to find their way. Boys were trying to find their way. The girls were just trying to find, like, yo, does anybody fuck with me or really want to be with me like that? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be alone. I would probably say before dudes started, like, it was just one of those type of climates. So now when I'm hearing about, uh dudes talking about, the state of the of how the community is, I'm like, motherfucker, dude, we were having fun. Why y'all complaining now when we were living in bliss? Now all of a sudden you getting older, you want to start talking on that goddamn some kind of more country. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But I wish we could pull up when you was in your teens to your goddamn 20s and in your early 30s. I could promise you the shit that a lot of these people's talking, it ain't jack shit to what they actually were doing. I could promise you that. There might be some of them, but for the most part, stop the cap. Yeah, no, Doug, I'm there with you, bro. I'm right there with you. We don't gotta lie. We men. We can tell. We can just say it for what it is. But all the other bullshit, these like goddamn make believe, Hey Arnold stories. Nah, bro. We know it for what it is. Now we talking about, whoa. If you listen, the women now they're trying to recreate a new market for themselves where they don't have to, like you're trying to recreate a market. That's the same thing our parents did to us, though. You see, and that's the thing about it. But our parents, this is why I said when we look at our parents, people back in the day, or for people at that time, and you bring up a good point, hard work. Men and women got together for that, not for just the benefit of happiness. That's the easy Disney movie story that they tell you. People got together because it was that of survival. Let me say it again. It was for that of survival. I'm a man, you're a woman. We guess what? I promise to honor and make sure that, guess what? When I get a check, I'm gonna look out for you. I'm gonna make sure that you're good. You look out for me. You make sure you carry my legacy. We're gonna be doing some things. Nobody was talking about all this stuff, running around doing business and all that other bullshit y'all be saying. Nobody was really talking about doing that. You were just trying to find somebody comparable towards your program. The woman needed somebody that could help her, protect her, and confide with her about. While the man was like, listen, I need a legacy. I want something that I can say, this is my shit. The fuck what the rest of them are saying. I need something that is comparable to my programming. I want to be my own. I know because I'm a man, and I was thinking that at some point. I'm like, yo, I'm tired of just barely living check to check. I'm tired of just barely getting by. Y'all play with your friends, play with your little things on the street. But goddamn, after a while, see what happened was some people got cold feet because they had to start actually paying more. They didn't like that. There was something different when you started wanting to become official. It was something different when all of a sudden, like, she started talking about, hey, so when we gonna get serious? What are you talking about, baby? We are serious. No, nigga, when we gonna get serious for real? Oh shit. And all of a sudden, she started to listen to India Irie and goddamn empowerment and shit. See, this is why we didn't like that empowerment shit. We're like, oh shit, now we got to pay. Listen, the minute they started singing empowerment song, we're like, oh fuck. Oh damn. I think they started. I think like when you're working at a factory or you working at a place, and then all of a sudden you start the workers start asking for more money and more weight. They ask for like better living conditions and better better work environment. You're like, oh fuck, now they want health insurance. Fuck, what the hell is this? See, that dude that was staying with your mama, but do you know a good portion of y'all daddies were locked up? It is what it is. It's okay, nothing to be ashamed of. Some of y'all daddies were locked up. It's not. I'm BMT will not tease you about that. But we know a good portion of y'all daddies were locked up. My daddy was locked up too. I love you, dad. But we know a lot of men back in the day were locked up. So a lot of boys did not know properly, goddamn, that of the intricacies of running or raising or building a home. We knew that of shit off of watching TV. We watched TV. Now, if you had a man around you, a lot of the boys, for the most part, we are watching other men and observing and studying them. We were watching and studying them. Damn, like, okay, so how do you do that? Wait, I could you explain that? It was okay because I was the same way. Some things I didn't understand. I would watch older men that had a girl, or I mean had a woman laying or with them, and I would watch how they would treat their woman. I would watch how the pastor would treat his wife. I would watch how the dude at the barber shop, how his woman would come there with a plate of food to feed him while he'd working there, and she's saying, "Well, I got to go back to work, but I just try to make sure you're good." I'm like, okay, that's what I want. We were taking the bits and pieces and saying, okay, so we want that, but we want this. We got to take out this, but so we were trying to mix and match as men shit that we thought was cool to actually putting us on to being better men because we didn't have the internet, we didn't have YouTube, there wasn't no AOL. We had that shit. We were looking at rap videos and shit, but hell, fuck what they were doing in the rap videos. Because guess what? We were riding around with a bunch of Colombians on the boat, like Fat Joe and them. The fuck y'all mean? Who had a boat? Who could any of you Negroes even swim back in the day? I couldn't swim. I get it. We had some brothers who went to the military. Shout out to the brothers who went to the military. No shame to them. I went to the military also. And we all know why we went to the military because god damn it, there wasn't shit in the goddamn black community worth the fuck. Y'all don't lie to BMT. I'm here. I don't care about your feelings. Y'all could try to talk about them bad broads or them chicks and all that shit, but let's be real. A lot of us understood one thing: there wasn't much shit in the goddamn community for us to live off of. It wasn't enough resources holistically. Now a lot of people say, "What are you talking about? We had plenty of things. Stop making excuses." I don't know where you was at, but yeah. That's why we all listen. Everybody at some point did a divestment move. The ones who couldn't, look at them now. Look how they talk. Look how they act. Look how they carry on. Look how they think. Look how they try to shame. Look how they talk that shit. Everybody, listen, for the most part, everybody started divesting. Hell, now, this is why people are upset when they hear about single mothers are divesting. They're doing their divestment where they like buying houses and shit or taking their kids and saying, you know what, fuck you, Earl. You can stay your ass in the hood. Me and the kids are getting the fuck out. I know my mama divested. My mama took me, my brothers, and my sister, and she divested down south. She told my dad, she said, listen, we're leaving. We're not staying in Boston. I'm gonna do a talk about that. Why a lot of single mothers divested out of the hood. Because they knew damn well that their boys were gonna die. Most boys were being jumped into gangs. You had gang coochie, gang mentality, and all that shit. That all up in the 90s. So we were divesting out. We went down south. It was slower pace, but guess what? It was a lot better chance to run that race. Now, some of y'all, okay, you live in California. You see what California's going right now. Y'all blacks ain't running shit in no California. Show me one area where blacks are running shit, and please don't say Atlanta. Please, Jesus, don't use Atlanta. Lord have mercy. The Rainbow Coalition got y'all fisted up y'all ass. Y'all blacks ain't running shit. We listen. We gotta leave Negatron, Krypton, whatever the fuck y'all call it, and get the fuck on out. Now you can love who you are. I ain't gonna shame you on that, but I'm not. Listen. I get. Listen. This is why you see the women. They right now the women are slumming it. You got a lot of women slumming it, selling that coochie box for the low of $80 for 15 minutes. I looked up the prices. Me and my people looked at that shit. Women selling coochie for $80. Get it while it's hot. Sometimes lesser than that. Now that's your prerogative. That's your business, ladies. And then you're gonna have a lot of women that are gonna say, "Oh shit, not me. I'd never do that." Get out of here. Get out of here. It ain't no secret. A lot of women have put their box. A lot of women have done that. A lot of women have put their box on the line. Is it right? Do I have a heaven or hell to put them in? No, I don't. But I'm also honest about it and say, hey, like, you know what? Has this been beneficial towards the betterment of you and your children and your people? I'm not gonna lie. I listen. I had a lot of single mother sugar babies. There was a lot of single and see that's the thing about it. A lot of single mothers were sugar babies. This ain't no guess. We knew a lot of them were sugar babies. Call it for what it is. They were out there putting out the box because they were barely getting by making ends meet. Y'all can say that's predatory. No, that's the game, motherfucker. It is for what it is. Niggas didn't like that because, oh man, somebody's slinging out their goddamn baby mama's box. But nigga, how can you get mad? You ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing as a man. So guess what? She got to do as a woman. Yep, hard work. You ain't never lie about that, bro. That's when the women started having vitriol. That's why some of these women have vitriol. But they were like, damn, Hey, I gotta lay on my back or bend over to get this goddamn T-Mobile phone bill paid or get this stuff and that. And the men, we didn't get listen. The men did not care. Why would the men care if we knew damn well? See, they got to take what they can get. That's what I said. Like this is why. Listen, it's not the war to stop single mothers. It's the war of who can control that of the destituted single mother. Boom. It was never that to stop single mothers. Stop that bullshit ass war campaign. Y'all motherfuckers are full of shit. BMT, I'm gonna tell y'all. Listen, I don't give a fuck, but I'm not on any of these teams. They don't pay me to be on their patronize their feelings. Men for the longest, we've been fucking on single mothers because so long as the woman was destituted, she gonna take whatever price. Now all of a sudden, women started talking this empowerment. They fighting back. The nigga wars have begun. They out here now. You started getting these crazy mofo's. This is why you start getting these dudes who out here killing women, trying to molest the daughters and sons and shit, doing all this crazy shit because you started letting all the crazy mofo's, like you started having these sons and these crazy dudes start to grow up and they started saying, well, shit, somebody fucked up my childhood. Somebody came through my house, fucked my mama, eat my food, did X, Y, and Z shit. They didn't even try to play daddy. This is why they say fuck these kids. Like, hey, y'all best believe these kids became adults. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All them mamas y'all were fucking, y'all didn't think them kids didn't see y'all ass coming in there eating their snack packs, playing Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. Get some of these dudes getting on crack and bunking shit, running out the house and stealing shit. And I know y'all would say, well, the women, they chose those men. You're right. Yeah, guess what? They did choose those men. Just like the men chose them women. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. I ain't never seen an asexual woman reproduce. Now, unless women found out a way how to asexually reproduce, somebody fucking. Now, you got this stupid ass logic that somehow all the women now there is some fairness to this. Now, I gotta be fair. Niggas will share the same woman. I'm gonna be for real. Let me tell y'all a reality. Niggas are so lazy. This is how lazy niggas got. Niggas will share the same fucking baby mama. I cannot make this shit up. This is why I kind of understand why they said that some men have the same goddamn women have the same baby dad. Like it will be when that nigga go to jail, you best believe one of his homeboys or somebody within that parameter of that block is going to be having sex with that same woman. I can't make this shit up. And let's see, this is why I said I don't give a fuck about y'all feelings. Fuck y'all feelings. And these women do the same shit too. Women will fuck the man right next over. See, now they might say that now, like now here's the difference. Now there is a code. I had to go look it up. And y'all women can correct me on that one. Women will they try not to fuck their friend's man if they can help it. If they can help it. Now if he got some good jawline talking points, she might be a goner. But for the most part, women try not to fuck their friend or their homegirl best friend or man. But now within that proximity, right? Within the proximity, the man right over to the left or right of them, they'll probably fuck cool. If we in the same clique, same group, yeah, we can fuck around. That's not unusual. That's why I said like, oh my God, Lori Harvey was with the son and then got with the dad. She's disgusting. I'm like, first of all, you're talking about Diddy. Diddy came from that era where it ain't no fun if the homie can't get none. Y'all, the fuck y'all saying? Diddy came from the era where niggas was sharing goddamn same women. Lil Wayne and The Dream had the same baby mama. A lot of them niggas from the 90s and 80s all have the same fucking baby mamas. They've been sharing the same baby mamas. Erykah Badu baby daddy is Andre and Common. You don't think them niggas don't see each other at the social wars looking over there like this motherfucker fuck my bitch. Erica sitting right there. See you next lifetime. She up there pointing at Andre, looking over at goddamn Common and shit. Then looking over at that's the I was like, this bitch is cold. This bitch done fuck 3 niggas in the goddamn crowd, bro. I was like, yo, y'all niggas could at least gone damn down the street and gone down to the country music awards. But see, that's the thing. This is why I understand why see you can't see y'all black men, y'all can't get away with that with white women. Well, for the most part. Y'all can't get away with that with white women unless they down there for unless they freaky like that. Black women, y'all kind of got see that. Dumb, you know we too realistic, bro. hey, hey, bro. Shit, your baby mama, my baby mama. That's why the damn girl had to move out of the damn hood. She like, oh hell no, I can't be bumping in my baby daddies at Dollar General. I bump into one at Dollar General. I bump into the next one on the goddamn corner selling the goddamn weed or some shit. Or maybe he might be at work. I see. That's the thing about it. That's why I said y'all, this Dollar General coochie and all this submission and shit. Y'all just mad but y'all can't control the flow of your goddamn baby mamas out there in the streets. You can't control the flow of the women. But the women now are like, well, fuck that. Now that we got the internet, we got more options of choice. Same thing as the men. The men have options of choice. But you want that of something that is comparable to your design. Oh yeah, that's what they're called, the pass around chicks. The pass around chicks. There was a lot of pass around women in the church, at work. We weren't dating, we were just shacking. There was no emotion to it. There was no feeling to it. We were just fucking. Now, if the poontang was too damn good, if it was too good, oh shit. If it was too good, that was something different. Now, I got to put a baby in this. Fuck this. I got to make sure that niggas know that I was here. And niggas be like looking at you, and here's how savage it is. Some it got to the point where some women didn't care to wait. They just went off and just got another nigga. This is when we started having the problem where the women wouldn't wait to find out if they were pregnant or not. They just jumped to another dude. So they didn't know if they were pregnant or not. So you didn't know who was your baby daddy because you done fucked around with 2 or 3 dudes. You know what I'm saying? Well, shit, my body, my power. I got the power of a goddess. Okay, so you got that snapback coochie. I know. I fucked you right behind Sonics. I know what you can do. And then my friend who works at Burger King, he would act, yo, what's Felicia like? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like shit. You got some weed. You know what I'm saying? You bring her some weed. You know what I'm saying? Probably, make sure it's the good shit. Well, how much I gotta pay? Get some weed. Y'all get lit, get fucked up. You might get lucky. You know what I'm saying? You start put on. Make sure you put on booty butt crushers 5, and she likes playing with her pussy when she high. You might be able to make shit popping. And that shit happened. We talking now. We talking now as men. I told y'all. Listen, BMT. I'll have the conversation with y'all. I'm not gonna give y'all those fictitious booty stories of victim mentality. I'm telling y'all what went down. I don't know about that other jawline crazy shit. I'm telling y'all straight from the horse's mouth. I was in the stable. I was the stable boy. So I understand growing up in the environment. Yeah. We stopped doing that. Well, let's get married shit. We start doing that. Let's just fuck and pay the bill shit. Fuck the marriage shit. That's why I'm saying this talking point about, hey, I wonder, the women are like, men don't want to get married. What are you talking about? Y'all done, listen, We done threw that damn a baby in the goddamn ocean long time ago. Men don't want to run a home. Why would I need to run a home? Y'all said that this is my apartment. I remember I had plenty of women tell me this is my apartment. Okay, this is your apartment. You got it. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm going back to my mama's house anyway. So when a woman try to shame a man about going back to his mama's house or going back to his goddamn 1 bedroom apartment, you can't shame me. Well, how you gonna shame that or what y'all were fucking? Majority of these women were shaming dudes who live with their mama. Like, stop it. Stop the fucking cap. So when y'all try to shame a man about fucking on you, I'm like, well, your baby daddy, well, my baby daddy, he has his own place. Okay, so he used his place to get you to come over to fuck. Majority of men don't have houses. Majority of men do not have houses. They have apartment, lofts, single, rental homes. Men don't predominantly for the most part don't holistically get a home unless they are getting a family because men don't see a point in doing that. Men don't see a point in getting a house. They're like, what's the point? What the fuck am I getting a house? That's an extra added on bill. I could be putting that money into something else. So when all this shit about you don't have a house, nigga, well, he's not holistically married. Why does he need a house? And that's not saying that I'm gonna tell y'all men not to go get houses, but see, that's something more so women do. Women, that's why when they say, is that thank you, Doug? She knew like I said, correct, Kev, which is terrible. Property is the most valuable thing a man can own. It is. However, let me tell you something that men care about more than property. Freedom. Freedom. Men care more about agency of freedom. Y'all know, Zach, I know y'all felt that as men when I say that. Men care more so for that of the agency of freedom to know I can pick up and go and leave at any time of my so choosing. And that pisses off a woman. A woman gets pregnant, that's an anchor tag. A woman starts talking about a relationship, that's an anchor tag. See, the more you tack on to you as a man, the less you can move around. True, you can and you can't because see, like take it from me, I've been in the property game for a while. Hell, Elon Musk don't even got a goddamn house, and it gives you more freedom as a revenue stream. Rent the property out. I don't know that. See, and that's the thing about it. Men don't holistically think like that when they're in the like most men. If they got listen, men for the most part are natural minimalists. Men for the most part are natural minimalists. That's why you could tell when a woman, well, you used to be able to tell when a woman lived there versus when it's just a man. A man will probably have a table, some dishes, TV, couch, the minimum things that get him by because for the most part, most men work. We work. We come home, we chill, we eat, sleep, shit, fuck, and go. So we're in our daily routine versus that of a woman. Now the women, they got a whole goddamn men have 8 buttons that we gotta press. Women have 32 buttons that they gotta press. I'm looking to sell my house and live out on an ambulance conversion. Not bad, Brock. Not bad. I mean, they are. Listen, I'm not mad if a man gets a house. Listen, brothers, if y'all get a house, y'all get a house. But I know for the most part, most men are minimalists. This is why it's easier for a man to be a truck driver. This is why it's easier for a man to be on the road. This is why it's easier and it's more natural for a man to be out traveling and working versus that of a woman. This is a foreign concept when women are traveling. Not saying they can't do it. Shout out to the travel, shout out to the women who travel and work. But that was more so that of a man's thing. Man go out, man go travel, man go work, man come home. Daddy's home. Now you got to wear shit. Kids be sitting at the table like, where the hell is mama? Oh, she went out to work. Now, mama was working. At first, it started off with mama working overnight shift at the diner. Now, mama working 2 jobs, but she has to make ends meet. Now, that's a wild shit. Mama leave the babies there with a goddamn graham cracker, a jug of water. All right, y'all. I'm going to goddamn Bikers Week. Y'all motherfuckers shut the fuck up. I left y'all Xbox in 3 blockbuster movies. I'm going out. Fuck what you heard. Now that's the thing about it. And I got it. Now the thing about it is renting out a house, that's also a tedious task because you have to keep up the house. And you got to worry about the tenants. It's a mixed bag. Like, yeah, you can rent out your house, but then also you got to keep up that of the house. And hopefully those tenants don't tear it up. And let to someone your monthly income and your retirement and savings to go up and pay for your endless conversion. No, what you're saying is so true. What you're saying is true. But for the most part, if you look around, oh, excuse me, my bad. Not a jug of water. They leave us. See, by that time, most kids knew how to make goddamn grape drink. By the time we were 9 years old, we already knew how to make grape drink. Now, this is true. Now, Kev, what you bring up is true. Men are now becoming more wiser of agency, but also that of the evolution of the state and country, as well as that of how women are now. I'm gonna be honest, men don't see a reason to get married. Men, you good luck telling good. I would ask you or any or most men put down 3 reasons why to get married now. I would have a panel and challenge what is honestly the benefit of getting married for that of a man now. Don't say kids. Don't say no fucking taxes. Don't say, well, longevity of legacy and shit. There is almost but a slither of a light. Don't tell me about no other. See, if you saying if you see, and when people run the well, other cultures they get married. They get married because they are in survival. It's survival. Versus, it's an optional plan. All you need is like-minded. All you need is like-minded people, and that's it. A family is no more than just like-minded people that are actually just band together. Hell, nowadays people get a hold of their goddamn family. You can't even tell they're a family now. And this is somebody say, BMT, how can you say this? Aren't you a family man? Yeah, but I'm also a man. The fuck you mean? Women talk about being a wife, but literally they want that of the power of freedom, like some kind of Pocahontas shit. They want the women don't want no damn cocoa woman. Now you'll get a woman that says, I have a man. But I'll say, well, then what the fuck are you doing here at the club without your man? Oh, I'm just out here chilling. So you have a man, but you at the club. You well, I'm out here, with my work friends. So you have a man, but you at the club. Y'all know I work at the club. So I get to see this all the time. You know how many women come to the club, but they have a man? The man be at the other club down the street. I said, how the fuck are y'all together? Shit, he go to his club, I go to my club. We just make sure that we don't meet up. I said, oh, okay, okay. But we here now. I don't say nothing about it. I mean, shit. She want to go to the club too. You know how you found her? You found her at bent over, barefoot, doing a goddamn split, hunching and coochie rubbing up on the ground. That shit turned you on. You know how you found your woman? From the club she came, from the club she shall return. Just like when some of these women say, well, goddamn it, when you gonna grow up and quit being a boy? Well, shit, you wouldn't call me a boy when I was blowing your back out last night or the week before that. You wouldn't call me a boy when you asked me for that cash app. So why are you complaining fucking now? You like the fuckery. So why are you all of a sudden now saying, well, I don't like that shit? Respect me. I'm like, stop. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Nobody has, you don't have that agency. You don't have that kind of power. When you get tired of the bullshit, you'll hang up your card, you'll hang up your keys, and you'll walk away from it. You will. I work at the clubs, but I don't care to go to the clubs. So on my off days, I don't go to the clubs. It's out of my system. Strip clubs don't do nothing for me. But I know me. I want to. If I don't want to be teased. Now, some people like the fantasy. I see some couples. It looks cute when they go to the fantasy and the man gives his woman some ones or give her some money, and she putting money on the goddamn woman's coochie, and they right there twerking in the girl's face, and the man's like, yeah, I might get lucky and get a threesome or some shit, or I might get something like that. Now, if y'all thinking that women and men don't do that, y'all are your fucking mind. Actually, men will always be the biggest contributors towards that of women. Always have, always will be, and forevermore. Some women can twerk, some women can't. Some women are desirable, some women just take what you can get. You got it where you got people getting online thinking they speaking some kind of truth or proclivity of, let me tell you that of the nature of a woman. How do you know the nature of a woman? Where's your woman at? So you know how to appeal to hood coochie? Nigga, that ain't nothing new. That's been done for years. I was watching that shit for years being done. That's why I find it interesting how now how now people are talking about that of, let me tell y'all about a simp. We all talking about a lot of, listen, for the most part, and this was so funny. The same dudes that are telling y'all about simps are the same dudes that be fucking on single mothers and saying any type of goddamn jawline talking points to get at the pussy. Let that sit in. The same dudes that talking y'all about telling y'all about the game, a good bit of them, you can start questioning. Like, I'm gonna say this. You have it where pimps will fuck their hoes. And then after a while will tell the main hoe, you my main bitch. Wait. So how do you tell a prostitute that she's your main, but then you end up marrying your main chick who's had sex with hundreds or like 80 men, probably more. But then you want to tell men how to be men. But you just told a woman that has a bigger body count than you. And what blows my mind is black people, y'all be looking at this shit like that's a badge of honor. Oh my God. Like, people that he done fucked or she done sucked off or some shit and that she's not tethered down. And I was like, stupid. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. You're not going to tell me somebody with like 3 or 4 baby daddies is going to be telling me how to be a fucking man. They're not going to tell me somebody with like multiple goddamn bastard children out there, and that's called bastards. That's the term dictionary. They're called bastard children. I guess you don't want to call them bastards, but some of y'all, we know some of y'all will be triggered by that, and it's not nothing out of disrespect. It is what it is. And calling a child a child of the son of a bastard or the daughter of a bastard, it is what it is. I mean, it's in the Bible, so y'all gonna have to get over that emotional shit. I don't know what kind of traumas y'all went through, but you are the children of bastards. No offense, but guess what? A lot of slaves are bastard children. A lot of slaves are bastard children. So it's okay. It's okay. A lot of us have that tag. A lot of us have that tag. It's not something of disdain. It just means that there wasn't a father. There wasn't a father on present for the paperwork. There was a lot of bastard children during the crack epidemic. There was a lot of bastard children during the rise of heroin. There was a lot of bastard children during Jim Crow. There was a lot of bastard children. And it wasn't always by choice for the most part. Just it was the thing. So you have it now where people are now trying to talk this good shit about, hey, like I am somebody. I am worth a value. And you could tell yourself that. I know this one girl. She had a nigga that she was laying with. She had a dude. I'm not gonna call him a nigga. She had a dude that she was laying with. But he didn't holistically could pay the bills. But she had her sideline dude, her daddy. And see, I always question that. I used to always side eye that, even when I used to get called that sometimes. When a woman calls another man daddy. First of all, look at the context of that. What goes through a woman's mind when she's calling another man daddy? Because that's a very interesting term. Yes, daddy. Whenever you say daddy, I do for my daddy. And see, you gotta start questioning what's going on through that month, what's going on through her mind that she psychologically calls a man that's supposed to be her partner, her daddy, with an undying will and admiration for that man. Y'all don't. It hits different for me because I'm a dad, and so I understand that of the look that my daughters give me when they're looking at me and they call me daddy. But it makes me feel unsettling, uncomfortable when I see a woman call her man daddy, and I'd be asking, so did you have? And I'm telling you, for the most part, a lot of women that called it because if a woman, let me tell you right now, if a woman actually has a dad that she really cares about, that she really loves, she's not gonna call no other man daddy. Let me tell you that right now. If a woman actually has a man in her life, a father in her life that's present, that has done for her, and she has admiration and love for, she's not gonna holistically call just any old man daddy. That's that broken adoption agency shit. When a lot of women didn't have home when girls were like 15 and 16 were getting kicked out of the home and they were getting with men. They were getting with men that were taking care of them and taking them in. And so those girls were adopting those dudes as daddy, as that kind of role. although their daddies were fucking them. But that's what they were doing. So they were calling those men daddy. And they were saying, listen, they were telling other girls, listen, I could put you on. You know what I'm saying? I got a man. You know what I'm saying? He's like a daddy for us. He'll make sure that we good. You know what I'm saying? That's why he called daddy's girls. He'll make sure that we have our clothes, our shoes. You know what I'm saying? You might have to give him some slop or fuck him, some crazy shit later on. But guess what? You gonna be good, girl. Like he gonna really look out for you. And so you'll have it, like I said, but I see these girls at the strip club and at the goddamn club. They come there one or two deep with the dude. Now, I ain't never seen no now, I ain't never seen no young niggas. Young niggas don't really get that kind of status to be called daddy unless they get with some fucked up broken woman. But usually the older dudes who get with the younger women, they kind of more so get the daddy status, but it has to be that of he has superior firepower of a stance over her. Like he can just literally talk that kind of jawline shit and say what he want to say, and it can holistically be no pushback because it's not like he's wrong. Like he's literally saying, like, listen, like I pay your bills, I make sure your kids are good. You know, I come through when I want to, when I get off my routes, X, Y, and Z, blah 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 blah. So yeah, unless that nigga's a pusher, and when I mean like pusher, like he pushing some heavy shit. For the most part, dudes who get called daddy, I mean, the lady who called dudes daddy, that's just one of those things, and that kind of came from the pimp culture. That was something more so from the pimp culture. So when you hear, the talking points, um, when you hear the talking points, and see that's the thing about it, a lot of people don't want to admit a lot of other women put other women on to other men, to men, because that gained them favor. Oh, what's going on, baby? Oh yeah, daddy, I can get you a bad bitch. Other women will go out there and find a bad bitch for their man, so that way it will keep them in good favor. But they get afraid when they find out that I might lose my position, so I have to feed the machine. Maybe spice it up, do a threesome. I might have to do some lesbian shit. Just one of those things that um you started seeing a lot of women. Like I didn't start seeing women get heavy into the LGBT thing until one, the Queen Latifah shit, and two, when it came about to it was Queen Latifah, and you also had it where dudes was like, it was like spicing up their life. Like, the man, like you'll have it where some women were living together with all their kids, and I guess after a while they just grew comfortably cool with each other. But they still like to have their penis from time to time, and they'll be like, well shit, like, what's good? So yeah, I know a lot of girls. I mean, I knew a lot of girls. Like I could tell you, like when I was younger, I was in a relationship with a woman. She was a dyke. She was a dyke. And last time I checked, like I know some people like, what? BMT, you was dating a dyke? What the fuck? Last time I checked, a dyke has a pussy. And she's still a woman. She may put on some boys' clothes, some men's clothes, but she's still a woman at the end of the day. And last time I checked, dykes be having babies too. Because you look around look around now. What's going on, Alonzo? Look around now. You'll see the dykes walking around with goddamn having, yeah, this is my son, these my daughters. And you're like, well, hold up. How you a whole dyke and you got 2 or 3 kids? I'm just saying, but me and the baby daddy, we still cool. Also, you you want that power and status of a man, but from your time to time, you still like your box being blown out. Okay. That's all that transcribed in my brain. That's all that transcribed in my brain. That's all that told me. In my mind as a man, seeing a woman, whether you wearing boy clothes or not, you still a woman at the end of the day in my brain. That's all that meant to me. That just mean I got to deal with genes. And I ain't gonna lie, some of these dykes these days look way better than these goddamn women that be dressed up effeminate. I don't know why, but I'm just saying. And when y'all can say, well, BMT, you attracted to a boy? No, I'm just saying that these damn bras, listen, listen, that woman is still a woman. It depends on how you as a man are, and she will actually respond to your masculinity. She'll respond to your masculinity. That's all that is to me. I'm gonna tell you right now, as long as I've been in Connecticut, I've been through New York, I've been through Massachusetts, um, I've been up and down all throughout New England. A woman is still gonna be a woman. So people can try to placate the narrative, but it is what it is. But that's all I gotta say. I'm BMT. I'll see y'all boys later. Thank y'all for listening to me. Like the video. Put in your comments on how you feel. Peace. Good night.